Hello viewers. Today's space journey won't take us too far. We're heading to the moon, like a quick trip to the countryside. But this won't be your typical lunar discussion. Let's explore the intriguing idea. What if the moon is artificial? Conspiracy enthusiasts might cheer, but amateur astronomers might not share the same excitement. Nevertheless, science allows us to test hypotheses and either confirm or refute them. So, let's put on our spacesuits and embark on our lunar exploration. There are various theories on how the moon formed, but the collision hypothesis is the most accepted. According to this idea, a Mars-sized protoplanet collided with Earth in the early stages of the solar system. This celestial body, possibly named Theia, crashed into Earth, ejecting lighter materials into space and forming the moon and an asteroid belt. Observations partially support this hypothesis. The moon's chemical composition closely resembles that of Earth, suggesting a common origin. Additionally, its relatively close orbit around Earth indicates a formation near our planet. Although widely accepted, the collision hypothesis remains a subject of ongoing scientific research and debates. The moon's origin has long puzzled scientists. In the 1960s, Soviet researchers Mikhail Vasin and Alexander Sherbakov proposed the hypothesis that the moon is unusually large for a planetary satellite, approximately one-third the size of Earth. Moons of other planets are typically much smaller than their hosts. Other intriguing features exist as well. We are fortunate to witness total solar eclipses, where the moon perfectly blocks the sun due to their precise distances from each other. If the moon were closer or farther away, we wouldn't observe such breathtaking phenomena. It's hard not to ponder whether all of this was intentionally created. But by whom and for what purpose? Where does this precision originate? The orbits of Earth, the Moon, and the Sun are elegantly arranged, almost as if orchestrated by a cosmic engineer. A slight change in Earth's distance from the Sun would prevent us from experiencing these magnificent celestial events. Furthermore, the Moon directly influences Earth's tides and impacts the life cycles of all living beings, including humans. Analysis of soil samples collected by lunar rovers revealed a magnetic property, despite the Moon lacking its own magnetic field. Intriguingly, there is an assumption that the Moon is not only older than Earth but also older than the Sun itself. Some conspiracy theorists speculate that the Moon appeared relatively recently. Ancient legends and myths from various civilizations contain periods when there was no moon, followed by the appearance of two moons, with one eventually departing. Lunar craters have nearly uniform depths, suggesting that the impacting meteorites encountered some obstacle, possibly a metallic shell. The Moon's surface contains abundant titanium, a material used on Earth for submarine hulls, implying a solid shell. When the Moon's density was measured, it was surprisingly low compared to Earth's. This supports the notion that the Moon might be hollow inside. Numerous experiments have identified substantial amounts of hidden metal within our satellite. These findings have led scientists to speculate that the Moon could be an abandoned spaceship or a deserted extraterrestrial transfer station. Alternatively, some propose that it's an ancient, yet still functional spacecraft. In 1969, a NASA manned satellite crashed on the Moon. Astonishingly, for approximately an hour, the Moon vibrated and emitted seismic activity, resembling the sound of a bell. This phenomenon raised questions about its cause. Based on calculations, the only plausible answer was that the Moon is hollow. However, natural celestial bodies aren't expected to possess such massive voids. Researchers at the American agency spent 3 years investigating potential errors in the initial assessments. Finding no flaws, the artificial origin of the Moon became the leading theory. Moon soil brought to Earth was analyzed in 6 labs, surprising scientists with its composition. It contained strong minerals like titanium, making the surface incredibly robust. Furthermore, lunar soil contained creep rocks with a high concentration of incompatible elements and heat-emitting elements like uranium, thorium, and potassium-40. These findings reinforced the hypothesis of the Moon's artificial origin. Moreover, it became evident that the Earth's satellite must have a hollow interior with vast cavities or solid voids beneath its surface. Otherwise, the vibrations from NASA's relatively weak satellite crash wouldn't have been as prolonged and powerful. Astronomers from the USSR and France speculated that the Moon was not merely an artificial satellite but an immense installation created by an unknown civilization. Calculations from NASA's 2002 publication supported the notion that a naturally formed Earth satellite would have had a smaller mass and radius compared to the Moon, making it an exception to the rules. Regarding the fragile regolith, there is a hypothesis suggesting it is settled cosmic dust, while the actual lunar soil is an incredibly strong alloy of titanium and minerals. In the past, the Earth's satellite was a smooth sphere that transformed into a crater-covered celestial body over thousands of years. The consistent depth of craters, regardless of their varying diameters, supports this assumption. Usually, larger meteorites create wider and deeper craters, but the Moon follows a different pattern. Only meteorites that formed astroblanes have diameters exceeding a kilometer, indicating a colossal impact on the Moon. Even in such cases, the crater's depth reaches only 8 kilometers with a diameter of 2,200 kilometers, confirming the Moon's soil's remarkable strength. In 2009, American research revealed that the lunar surface consists of 2 layers, a less durable outer layer around 6 kilometers thick, 1.2 kilometers at the poles, and a more robust layer, known as the dark armor, approximately 25 kilometers thick. Unlike natural diffusion, where substances mix during a reaction, there is no observed transitional layer on the Moon. It seems to have 2 distinct shells, akin to a candy coating, where the first layer ends and the second layer begins, a ball within a ball. Unfortunately, current technology cannot reveal what lies beyond the dark armor, so the notion of the Moon's hidden secrets remains uncertain. French scientists employed data and computer modeling to explore the Moon's subsurface. Astronomers typically rely on seismic activity data to map the interior structure of celestial bodies, including the Moon and Earth. However, the Moon poses challenges due to the low resolution of seismic activity data from the Apollo missions, hindering precise determination of the inner core's composition. Speculation suggests the presence of a liquid outer core surrounding a solid iron core, but conclusive evidence is yet to be obtained. A study in Nature analyzed Moon's characteristics using existing data. It found that the lunar core resembles Earth's, with a liquid outer layer and solid inner core. The outer core has a radius of 362 kilometers, while the inner core is approximately 258 kilometers in radius, making up about 15% of the Moon's total radius. The density of the inner core is around 7,822 kilograms per cubic meter, similar to iron's density. Further exploration will reveal more about the Moon's history and the disappearance of its magnetic fields, which weakened around 3.2 billion years ago due to core composition. While the prospect of returning to the Moon is promising, the debate over colonization and the sale of lunar land certificates persists. The legal validity of private property transactions in space is still under discussion. The Outer Space Treaty prohibits national appropriation of celestial bodies, but the question of governing ownership remains unanswered. Over 6 million people have purchased lunar land through the Lunar Embassy, generating millions of dollars in revenue. However, the trend for such purchases has declined. Comparing data from mini-RF and LRO, it was discovered that larger craters with higher dielectric properties contain concentrated metallic minerals. Valuable metals can be found deeper below the lunar surface, supporting NASA's mission and providing insights into the Moon's formation and its connection to Earth. While the race to attract wealthy clients to space continues, the extraction of valuable resources on the Moon is just beginning. If you found this information fascinating, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting updates on space exploration. Don't miss out on our future episodes. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.